Hi friends, my name is Aqil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial we will see how to work with string functions in SQL Server. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is that how we can use the different string functions according to the requirement in SQL Server. So without wasting further time, let's jump to the demo. I got a SQL Server instance and I have table car table, okay, and this particular table contains data for the people, like we got the people first name, last name, gender, car color, and the company name. So the table contains some kind of data and we need to do some kind of data manipulation and kind of data cleansing on the data, and this is very usual thing especially in the data warehouse projects or in the SQL Server project, that we need to do the data manipulation and data cleansing. Okay, so this is also related to kind of data cleansing. So we need to perform some kind of operations on the car table. Okay, so there are 7 things that we need to do on the car table. So the first thing is that we need to concatenate the first name and last name to make the full name, and we need to handle the null records as well. So what do we mean by like handle the null records? So what actually happens that if there is a null value in any column and if you concatenate that column with another column, then both the columns will become null as well. Okay, so while concatenating the fields where one of the field can contain the null values, we should be very careful that we should not like directly concatenate the columns. Instead, we should try to use maybe the isNull function and replace the null value with a blank string so that the data can be concatenated correctly. Okay, so we need to create a new column here, full name, from the first name and last name, and we need to handle the null records. Okay, so how we can do that? We can write a select statement here. Okay, so I will write a select statement, and in case if you want to update the data, then you can easily update the data, like whatever I write in the select statement you can easily update it. Or maybe I can just first I will write the select statement and then maybe I can just directly update the data as well. I can just directly fix it as well. Okay, so let's see. So first let's write a query to concatenate the 2 columns. So I can write like first name plus single quote space and the single quote plus and then the second column. So the second column name is last name, and we can call this new column as full name. Okay, so if I execute the query, so you can see that a new column got created here, but for this particular record where there was a null in the first name, the full name is null as well. It also remove the last name, and same is the case for the record number ID 10 as well, because there was a null value in the first name. So when I concatenated the first name with the last name, so the overall full name got null as well. Okay, so how we can handle that? We can actually use the isNull function. So we can use isNull and then we can put a value blank string. So in case if there will be a null value, then it will be replaced with a blank string. So same thing I can do with the last name as well, so that it can handle the null records. Now if I rerun the query, then it handled the null record correctly, but there is a leading space here. Okay, so I think we can also remove the leading space. So how we can remove the leading space? We can actually use the ltrim function here. So we can use the ltrim function and then we can put everything in between and close the bracket. Okay, so this is how it can remove the leading space from the data. So this was about the first thing, like concatenated the first name and last name. Now the second one is that uppercase the gender column. So if you see the gender column here, so this is coming as lowercase. Okay, so we need to convert it to the uppercase. So how we can convert it to uppercase? There is a function, upper function. So we can use the upper function here, and then we can pass the column name. So the column name is gender. Okay, and we can call it like as gender. So now this column will be uppercase. Okay, so the data is got uppercased for this particular column. Okay, now the third point is that proper case car color. So if you see the car color column here, so it is in all small case and we need to make it proper case. Proper case means that the first character of the car color, it should be in the caps, and then rest of the characters, they should be in small. Okay, so how we can do that? So I can use the left function to get the first character and then we can uppercase this one. So how we can get the left one character? We can get like left car color, okay, and left one, and now we can just uppercase this one, so we can use the upper function here, upper, and close this one. So this way we can get the first character. Okay, so if I execute the query, I can get the first character. Okay, so this seems good. Now I need to get the rest of the character. So how I can get the rest of the character? First I can add a plus sign, and then I can use the substring function here. So in the substring function I can pass the column name, and I want to get the data from the position 2. And how many records I want to get? I want to get the total number of records in the column. So for getting the total number of records, I can use the len function. Len function can return you the total number of records in the car column field. Okay, and we can use the -1 because we are getting the data from the second position, so we need the one less character. Okay, so I can close this one, and we can call this new column as car color. Okay, and this will be the new name of the car color with the proper case. So now you can see that the pink got converted to this one correctly, and red also got converted correctly. Okay, so this is how we can do the proper casing for the SQL Server column. Now the next point is that remove leading and trailing spaces from the company name. So in the company name, if you see the first value, so there is a leading space here. So how we can remove the leading space? We can just use the ltrim function. So we can use ltrim here and just need to pass the company name. So the column name is company. Okay, and we can call it as company. Okay, so this will remove the leading space from the company name. Okay, and if you want to remove the trailing spaces as well, then you can use the rtrim function as well. Okay, so this will remove the spaces from the right side of the column. So this seems good here. Okay, this way we can remove the leading and trailing spaces from the company name. Now we need to remove the double spaces from the company name. So if you see the company name here, so there are double spaces in between. You can see here like 1, 2. So there are 2 double spaces. So we need to replace the 2 double spaces with a single double space. So how we can do that? We can use the replace function here. I can use the replace function, and we can replace the company, and we can replace 2 spaces, 1, 2. Okay, 2 spaces with a single space. So this is how we can replace the 2 spaces with the single space. So if you see the name here, company name here, so you can see that the 2 spaces here got replaced with a single space. Okay, so now there is only single space in the company name. Now the 6th point is that remove the hash character from the data. So if you see the company data, there is a hash symbol in the first record, and there is a hash symbol in the 10th record as well. Okay, so we can use the replace function to remove the hash sign. So I can write replace and then the company. So this is the company column, and we need to remove the hash sign with an empty string, and I can call it as like company 3 because there can't be more columns with the same name. Okay, so if you see the company 3, so this symbol has been removed as well. Okay, the last one is that get the total length of the company name column. So I just want to get the total length of the field, so we can use the len function here, and this will return you the total length of a field. So if I execute the query now, so you can see that this is the total length of the company name field. Okay, so this is how you can write the select statement, and if you want to update the data, then you can also update the data. I don't have the full name column. Okay, so I won't be able to update it, but suppose if you want to update the gender column with the proper case, and like the car color with the proper case, then you can easily write the update statement like update table and then set gender equal to, okay, and then the new value, whatever the value we are getting in the select statement. And I need to remove this one, and now we need to update the car color as well. So I can copy the car color equal to, and this is the new value of the car color. Okay, so I can paste it here. So if I rerun this particular query, then you can see that the data got updated into our main table. Okay, so now you can check the gender and the car color in our original table. So now the gender got updated correctly and the car color also got updated correctly. Yeah, so I think this was for today's video, and I will share the create table statement for the car table, and I will also share these update statements as well. and if you got any question, then you can comment on the video. Yeah, so I think that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button, do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.